Welcome to this chapter in AFI's K-12 Screen Education program, in which we'll introduce you to professional filmmakers who are affiliated with the American Film Institute. From them, you'll learn why filmmaking is such a transforming experience. You can share these insights with your class to make screen education an even more enriching experience. Intercut with these comments are the 3 short films produced by the students who participated in this presentation.
Filmmaking is a collaborative experience in which the writer, the director, the producer, the production designer, the prop man, the wardrobe designer, and the DP and a number of other people come together to execute a vision.
Can't think that, boy. You know your father hates his dad. You're grounded. Go to your room. You know what? Oh my God.
Filmmaking is very fulfilling. I love it. It's fun. It's crazy. It's thrilling. It's exhausting. It's numbing. It's everything. It's every emotion that you would want to feel in your life. You get to feel when you're making movies because you have very fulfilling and full experiences.
Filmmaking teaches you how to be with people. If you can work together in service of a common goal and work it out and just kind of set your ego aside for a moment, that in that moment you'll learn more than you will by reciting or writing on the board 100 times, for sure.
Having our children was the only way we can realize that fighting was useless. We were the childish ones and we thought they didn't know what they were doing.
The experience of seeing a bigger-than-life story revealed with all of its elements, with great acting and really interesting dialogue and beautiful visuals and great pacing, and doing that in my opinion, in a shared environment like a theater is an experience like no other.
World War I began in 1914 and ended in 1918.
Obviously, there was no news programs or television to tell us the daily events. People had to rely on newspapers and word of mouth.
But what if there were newscasts back in 1914? What would they look like?
Well, you're about to find out.
Good evening, and welcome to What If's World Nightly News at 7. I'm Jeffrey Crest.
And I'm Catherine Muxby.
Our top story today involves the new invention of automobiles.
Excuse me, but I'm receiving breaking news. The Archduke of Austria-Hungary, Franz Ferdinand, and his wife Sophie have just been assassinated while visiting Sarajevo in the Austrian province of Bosnia.
You're seeing and experiencing through the story some other place. You get put into that, and so you can carry it away into something else which you may not be aware of. And then you also can get to feel about something that you may not know. I think film can transport you so much outside of just your own self and knowledge.
It's a very powerful thing when you realize that people are putting together these images and they're doing it to manipulate you in terms of trying to get a reaction from you. And you start to look at all screens, whether it's advertising, whether it's television, whether it's movies, whether it's news programs, whether it's still photographs, of how people are putting together these images in order to reach you and in order to say something to you.
Credit is given to Edward Jenner for the discovery of the vaccination for smallpox, which is now the only virus to have ever been completely removed by mankind. Smallpox is a horrific ailment that is characterized by its flu-like symptoms and sores covering the body. Before the vaccination, the virus is almost always fatal. Edward Jenner made the discovery by inoculating an 8-year-old boy with the deadened cowpox virus that he retrieved from an ill milkmaid. Cowpox is similar to smallpox, but is not fatal.
I think we do have to deconstruct the media as we used to deconstruct great literature and see what is at the core of what someone is trying to say.
Although there may be some discrepancies over the morality of Edward Jenner's experimentation, his work has saved many and been proven truly worthwhile. Kate Johnson reporting.
I think kids have to really look at the world and really understand all the languages of media that are being used in order to understand it, fix it, correct it, change it. And if you don't, you're going to be so left behind.
Educators have an opportunity now to begin to re-examine the language of education through the utilization of film and enabling students to understand the subject matter on a whole different level. So teachers have to embrace the technology, to embrace the language, to enable students to have another tool to not only understand, but to express themselves.
Short of getting married and having kids, filmmaking is the most rewarding process in which I've ever been involved. With every film I make, I learn something new about myself, about other people, and about the world in which we all live. I encourage you to introduce AFI's screen education process into your classroom. It'll be one of the most enduring gifts you'll ever give to your students. Good luck, and have fun.